If you own a beach condo here in 30A, Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Pensacola, Orange Beach, wherever, anywhere you rent it out on Airbnb or VRBO, there's a specific IRS notice that's been hammering vacation rental owners the past several years. And it's called an IRS CP2000 notice. And let me explain why this one trips up so many short-term rental hosts. So here's what happens. Airbnb, VRBO, Vacasa, all these guys, they all send the IRS a 1099-K that reports your gross bookings, right? Not your net, the gross. So if your condo grossed 180,000 in bookings last year, that's what the IRS sees. Then they cross-check that against your tax return. They don't often see the management fees and the expenses. They don't see any of that. But if the income on your return doesn't match, again, even if you reported, the correct net amount on the Schedule E, the IRS computer kicks out the CP2000 notice, and the proposed tax on that notice is often staggering. I've seen CP2000s on rental properties propose 7 figures in additional tax because the IRS is treating gross rental income as if it were pure profit. And here's the mistake I see owners make all the time. They get the CP2000 and they absolutely freak out. And they either ignore it, hand it off to their CPA, and hope it gets resolved, or even worse, I've had this happen, they sign and return it agreeing to the assessment. Like, don't do any of those things, okay? A CP2000 is a proposal. It's not a final assessment. You have rights. You have 30 days to respond, and if you handle it right, you can submit your depreciation schedules, your cleaning fees, your management fees, all the things that showed how you got to the net amount, right? And reduce that proposed tax to a fraction of what's being claimed by the IRS, and often to zero or even less. So the key here, though, is responding. Because if you don't, the IRS will eventually send what's called a notice of deficiency. And once that's issued, it's hard to put the toothpaste back in the tube once it's out, right? Because the only way to contest the proposed assessment is in tax court. I can't even begin to tell you how many cases I've had where there was a clear challenge to the assessment. Like, we were right, but the taxpayer waited too long after the notice of deficiency. Fortunately, there is relief in those situations, but it's not fun, it's costly, and it takes forever. Don't go that route. So if you've got a short-term rental on the Gulf Coast and you've got an IRS letter sitting on your kitchen counter, don't sign it. Definitely don't ignore it, and call a tax attorney.